Welcome to the Spark Accounting Solutions show. I'm Jenny Q, and I am here with Julie Babcock-Hyde. She is the founder of Spark Accounting Solutions, a CPA, CFM, QuickBooks Pro advisor, profit first professional. Julie, I'm excited about what we're going to talk about today because it's all about profitability for home service businesses and how they can bundle and upsell their existing services.
Yeah, this is kind of the time of year when a lot of home service businesses, not all of them, but a lot of them are kind of winding down seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a really good time to start thinking about 2021, doing some planning and figuring out how you can boost your profitability. But I want to talk a little bit before we get into bundling and upselling, why we're talking about bundling and upselling. So there's really just a few things that really go into calculating profitability for a business, right? It's sales, it's cost of sales, what it takes you to provide the services or products that you're selling, and then the rest of your expenses. And that ends up with your profitability. And so a lot of people like to focus on the sales number. If you don't have sales, you can't cover any of the rest of it, right? So
Right.
that's where a lot of people start. But there's multiple things that go into that sales number. There's the number of customers you have. There's the average number of transactions you have with them in a year. And then there's the average sale associated with each one of those transactions. Now,
Right.
you are a marketing guru. And tell me, where do you see most of your clients focusing their efforts on growing sales of these three pieces?
Well, getting new customers, customer acquisition, let's get out there and let's optimize the SEO and the Google ads and the Facebook ads and
Yeah.
right. And it's a good strategy when it's needed, but it isn't, but then you're spending more money and you're reducing your profitability.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money comparatively to sell to a brand new person who doesn't know you at all
Right.
versus an existing customer who says they did a really good job the last time they were here. And so what I want to focus on today is not number of customers you have, but how do we increase the number of transactions with our existing customers? And
Perfect.
how do we increase the average transaction amount with existing customers by using bundling and upselling so that you can grow your sales with your existing customer base?
Excellent. I love it. And you have five easy tips, and I'm sticking with the easy. I was like, wait, are they really easy? But they really are simple and easy. They're way easier than putting together an entire marketing strategy to acquire new customers. So yes, they are easy. So let's start with number one: bundling your services. What does that look like for a home service business?
Okay, so with bundling your services, you're basically looking for some related services or maybe an annual service package or something that you can offer customers. So let's say somebody calls in and they just want to tune up on their furnace at the end of the year. You might be able to offer them a bundle to not just get that winterization, let's get your furnace ready, but also sell them to get their air conditioning system tuned up in the summer before the summer hits. You could bundle those into something that they pay for both of them. Now you get two visits at least out of that customer, and you've increased your sales revenue from them by just offering a package. Other examples, if you're a handyman, people might call to be like, can you come clean out my gutters? And what if you had a home winterization package that you could offer them where you went through and yes, you did the gutters, but you also removed all their hoses and put the caps over their outdoor spigots and checked all their weather stripping around their doors and their windows to make sure that was all good. And as you get into that, you may have some additional opportunities to upsell, but putting together these bundles, because you can absolutely say, yes, I can come do this one thing you're asking for, but I also have this package of services that we could do the whole thing and it's going to cost a little bit more. And this is powerful for home service businesses for two reasons. One, we are increasing the average ticket value and the average number of transactions, but from the same customer. But note that we are generating more revenue where when we are already at that house.
So that increases profitability.
Increases your profitability for
Yeah.
two reasons. One, more revenue, and two, that's one less place you have to drive that day.
Yeah. I
That's
love
less
that.
drive time hours. That's less wear on your vehicles. So it's kind of a win-win when you can figure out ways to increase and bundle services and get them to do more than they had originally planned to do with you.
Excellent. Very good. See, that, I mean, like I'm telling you, that is so much easier than an entire marketing strategy.
It is.
Okay. It is so much easier. Okay. All right. Now, number two is turn one time services into ongoing services. Okay.
Okay, and this is the same kind of thing. If somebody calls and they like, let's say it's a cleaning company and they call and they want a one-time clean because their family's coming in for the holidays. That is a really good time to take a minute and find out if they would like to do some ongoing cleaning services. Don't just come do the job and go, but you need to make sure that you have a process in place to be communicating and following up with one-time services and make sure that you offer them the opportunity to work with you on an ongoing basis. It doesn't have to be just a one-time relationship. Same thing with, like I was talking about with the furnace. This could be an ongoing relationship. You could get them into a maintenance contracts. Look at your options for doing maintenance contracts with your clients. Look for the opportunities to potentially have monthly revenue coming in every month because they signed up for a maintenance contract that they're going to pay you for every month or once a year, one of the two. But look for those ways to say, I'm going to take this one time service and I'm going to evaluate this customer's needs with them, have a conversation with them, explain the value of getting into a long term relationship with us.
Mhm.
Maybe they get priority service if their air conditioner goes out when it's 100 degrees. I had
Ooh.
my air conditioner go out when it was 100 degrees and I had to wait a few days. It
And
was
that,
not fun.
no, there's nothing fun about that
There's
at all.
nothing fun about waiting for your HVAC repair person. And so if you can pay extra and get on that priority list, hey, that might be worth it to people to get into an ongoing service contract with you. So
Yes.
explore those opportunities. Think about ways that you can turn one-time services into something ongoing and what that would look like and communicate the value and not just, hey, do you want us to come clean again? Hey, did you know that if we clean again, here's the benefits that you get from that. Here's the value you get from that. If we just come do one-time cleaning, we charge at this rate. Or kind of like when you do the one-time mowing. They always charge you extra because they're like, we know your grass is a mess. That's why you're calling us.
Right. Right.
Whereas if you're in an ongoing service contract with them, the fees for the ongoing piece is usually a little bit lower than if they have to do a one-time mow. So
So I just had an idea pop in my head, and I don't know if this has been done anywhere. I think you would know, but what if the HVAC company actually, rather than offering regular services, they actually had a VIP membership where they just generated, whatever per month,
yeah,
right? To be a part of the VIP membership. And for that, you get preferential treatment. So
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Does that exist?
A lot of the companies will do that with their maintenance programs.
Oh,
That's
okay.
part of the
Okay.
maintenance program where
Okay.
they're, okay, we're going to come out and change your filters for you every quarter. We're going to come do these other things too
Okay.
to make sure that you get all the
Cool.
basic needs taken care of. And then if you have something extra happen, you're in the VIP club and
Nice.
get bumped to the top of the list.
I love that. Yeah, that's so good. Okay. All right. Here we go. We are going to go to number 3. Look for related products you could sell as an add on.
This is a little bit different twist. So far, we've been talking about ways to like increase your services.
Mm-hmm.
But there are opportunities in various ways that you can do little product add-ons. I'm going to give you a couple examples in the home appliance repair industry. If you go out to repair a washer or dryer, take an extra set of washing machine hoses with you. Those are supposed to be replaced every 5 years.
Mm.
How many people do you think actually track that? And if
Zero.
somebody, yeah, exactly. If somebody was in my house fixing my washing machine and said, it doesn't look like your washing machine, you know, hoses have been replaced recently. They recommend every 5 years. I have an extra set in the truck. Would you like me to replace yours? It's a,
Easy.
yeah, it's a way to get that in there. Another thing, front loader washing machine cleaner solution.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows their front loading washing machine is disgusting and it stinks, and we're supposed to clean it every so often, and we're supposed to dry it out every time, and all these things. I don't know anybody that actually does that. And we need to sanitize our washing machines every now and then. There's a special solution for that.
That is
What?
so good. That
Yeah,
is exactly why I bought a top loading a month ago.
exactly, exactly. And so if you can make these things easy for people,
Hmm.
and make it be a no-brainer to say yes. If you have a small add-on product that's going to add 10, 15, 20, 30, $40 to the bill that cost you half of that because
Sure.
you're buying wholesale, um, and you're already in my house, you already have the product. I don't have to go to the store for it. I don't have to go to Amazon to try to figure out which is the right one. Why wouldn't I say yes to that? People are crazy busy,
Hmm.
and it's hard to get all of those little maintenance things taken care of. And if we can make it easy for them, let's do it.
Yeah, that's so good. And I would even throw out there, if you can't think of, I'm sure that people listening to this or watching this would come up with ideas, but I might throw out, do a just a fun brainstorming session with your team at the next team meeting. Hey, how could we? And then you're going to have team buy-in and excitement if their ideas picked up. That's pretty fun,
Yeah.
right?
And sometimes businesses will turn these things into contests between their
Ooh,
techs,
yeah.
and have prizes, or if we hit this number for the month, everybody gets pizza. People turn these things into games for their team, so that, like you said, like they get the buy-in, they've participated in the process about what they're going to do, and they see the value for their customers. And I think
Yeah.
that's another important piece is you need to make sure your team understands that they're not just trying to get the upsell. Are they trying to get the upsell? Yes, they are trying to get the upsell.
Yeah.
But are they actually providing value to their customers? I mean, I literally, if my washing machine repair people called and said, Julie, do you want me to send you this cleanser in the mail? You're due. I would just be like, yes, here's my credit card. And better yet, I'd be, yes, charge my credit card on file. Just make it happen for me. Um, so that I don't have to put the effort into remembering this checklist, this ongoing checklist of everything that needs to get done.
Yes.
So we're
Very good.
serving our customers and we're serving our bottom line at the same time.
Yep. 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 Okay. This one is kind of goes hand in hand with that one.
Yeah.
So train your team to look for opportunities and needs at your clients' homes. And if I may be so bold, we have a local here in Boise, Idaho, or in Meridian, Idaho. We have a local plumbing company who does this and is masterful at it. And what I love is that um, the owner had, like, this is how he's serving people. Like, this isn't about increasing revenue only. I'm sure that that's in there, but this is how he's serving his purpose to serve. I mean, meeting his purpose to serve other people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is somewhere, again, people are busy. People want solutions, and people want to know like that things are just being handled. And so I always give examples from my own life because I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. I don't know. And we've talked about this before. I still haven't had my dryer vent cleaned, Jenny Q. Um, and if I could have my service provider, it's been months that I've been talking about this. If I had a service provider that was like, Julie, it's time. It's time. When do you want us to come out and do it again?
Okay, so that is a plea right now. If somebody's watching this and this is a service they provide, please message Julie immediately.
And it's true with a lot of things. If somebody sees, if I have a pest control person, or if I've got a lawn service company that works with me that does both lawn service and pest control, and I've only hired them to do lawn service, but their lawn care guys should be out there looking and saying, oh, It looks like we've got a squirrel problem. It looks like we've got a mole problem. It looks like we've got one of these other problems that our pest control team can handle. We need to train the people that are here to notice those things. There's a brown spot in your yard. We're mowing the lawn. There's a big brown patch. We think you've got bill bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a picture of it. This is what's going on. I'm going to have our pest control people call you and talk to you about what it is, what's going on. That again takes one thing off of my list to do. I know somebody else is watching out for my yard and whether I've got pest problems or not.
Yeah.
And they've got a solution for it. I already know them. I already like them. I already trust them. They're already coming to my house. Yes, spray my lawn for bill bugs, please. Thank you.
Thank you. And just let me pay you. And
Yeah.
I don't have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of things that we need to make sure our teams are looking for these opportunities. If they're in doing a repair, if they're in doing cleaning and they notice that, maybe they're doing a basic clean at your house, but they notice that your blinds are filthy. The people that are there may or may not be comfortable having the sales conversation.
Yeah.
But they can identify the need. That's step one, is getting them to identify those needs.
Perfect.
Step two is really developing a process for them to have those conversations.
That's a really good point. Mm-hmm.
Give them, like, even if they're not comfortable doing those conversations on their own, if they know what they're supposed to say and they have a script that they can follow and that they practiced occasionally in team meetings, they might be able to do it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Really good.
Make sure you give them both, here's what you need to do and here's how you communicate it. Do you give it to an inside salesperson? Do you take care of it yourself? Make sure they know the process to get that followed up on.
Well, and this works. Our yard guy this summer, he was just on a regular weekly contract, right, to do the maintenance. And he came to us and he notices things going on in our yard. And we noticed them, but we didn't really know what the solution was and how, like that, And so he just said, here's what I recommend that you do. And I said, can you do it? And he said, yes, I can. I said, just send me the bill, get it done. Send me the bill. And that was several hundreds of dollars on top of his regular weekly, maintenance. So yeah, definitely works.
Yeah, definitely it does.
Okay. And then this is vital and it's often overlooked.
Follow up. This is kind of that ongoing communication piece. And I'm going to ask people, do you remember the last plumber that you had at your house? What company it was? Like the name of the plumber.
Probably. In fact, Julie, unfortunately, the only service provider I remember besides our lawn person, because the others just come out right when we need them. There's only one I remember, and that's because the service was horrible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so you have to follow up. You have to keep in contact with your customer base so they do not forget who you are. So, a lot of, home appliance repair people will have magnets that they slap on those appliances. A lot of plumbers or, HVAC guys, you see their sticker on the stuff that they've installed. And that's garage doors, same thing. This is really helpful for people to remember who the heck they're supposed to call. Every year I have to get my backflow testing done for the watering system for my yard. I have to go out to the tag and look and see who the company was that we used. Because they don't email me all year long. I don't remember who they are. They come out once a year.
Yeah.
And so having those reminders, those visual reminders is helpful, but also keeping in contact. And keeping in contact helps you with two things. If you have somebody come out and do one thing at your house, you kind of put them in the box that's the one thing they do. And I'll give you an example with my own lawn guy. I learned this year that he also does fences. And so I was able to refer one of my friends for him to do their fence.
Yeah, perfect.
But that's because That's because he kept in touch. That's because he's out on Instagram posting what's pictures of the projects that they're working on, and he's sending out emails saying, "Hey, do this is what we're doing." So find a way to stay in communication about what's going on with your business, different projects that you're working on, and also, that proactive, "Hey, do you need this service this year?" So that when that email comes in, they can just say yes and get on your schedule, as opposed to waiting for them to call you and remember who you
Yeah.
are.
So good. One of the and I think this will fall into the follow-up, right?
Yeah.
But one of the basic things for marketing that I teach is you always want to stay top of mind awareness, right? You want to
Yes.
maximize the top of mind awareness, and those things that you're talking about are ways to do that. So that
Yeah.
when they need a plumber, when they need the HVAC repair, you're the one they think of, not Googling to see who
Exactly.
comes up top 3. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Perfect.
it's important that people know, like, all the services that you offer, so that if they have you in this HVAC mode, but you also do plumbing, they know that.
Yeah. So good. Such good information as always, Julie. Now, here's one thing that people can do right now. If they want to learn more about profitability, they can just go grab the 5 core chapters of Profit First. Here, the link is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and then we'll also add it to the description and in the comments so that you can just click it, go grab it, and read it. And if they have questions, maybe somebody wants some support in bundling their services. How do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, if you're on our Facebook page right now, there's a contact us button. Feel free to click that, or head over to our website, sparkaccountingsolutions.com, and there's a contact form there as well.
Easy peasy. All right, Julie, thank you so much. Great information.
Thank you.